Hi, in this video, I am going to show you how to set up your own free open source chatbot and MCP client using Librechat. Before we start, some of the prerequisites you're going to need are Docker, VS Code, and Ollama. And once you have all three of those things, we're going to want to go ahead and open up our web browser. And there's two repositories that we're going to want to clone to VS Code. That being Librechat and MCP ClickHouse as our example for today. I will have links to both of these in the description below. So first, looking at Librechat, we're going to want to go ahead and clone this repo right here. Simply just click this copy code button, and we'll come over to VS Code. And on this welcome screen, as you can see, I've already cloned MCP ClickHouse, and I've also cloned Librechat. But when you open it up to the welcome screen, you will see this clone git repository. You could go ahead and click on that and just paste the URL here and hit enter, and you'll be set. And actually looking at this, you'll need to remove this git clone here. But if you're doing this in the terminal, then you could use git clone. Once you have that, you'll do the same for MCP ClickHouse. Simply just copy and paste this into VS Code again. Hit enter, and you're good to go. Once you have those two repositories cloned, then we could go ahead and start with MCP ClickHouse. To get started with MCP ClickHouse, I'm actually not running this with Docker, but I am running this directly with UV run. So one change we'll need to make, we'll go under MCP ClickHouse and go to our main.py. And up here, there were two periods before MCP server and MCP env. Simply just remove those and you should be good to go. Just save that and you'll be good. And once you have that done, we'll go ahead and create a .env file. As you can see, I've already done so. And these are the variables that we're going to be using for our demo. Go ahead and use SQL clickhouse.clickhouse.com and use the port and the user, and you can leave the password as empty. And for our transport type, we're going to be using SSE. You could also use HTTP if you want to. And once that's done, we're going to want to go ahead and create a virtual environment. So that'll just be UV venv. Go ahead and hit enter and that'll be created. As you can see, .venv, I've already done so there. And the next command you're going to want to use is actually, before we do that, we'll want to source into our .env, or .venv. That'll be the command there. Go ahead and hit enter. And then you can run uv sync. And what this will do is this will install all the dependencies listed in this pyproject.toml file. And once your dependencies are done installing, you could go ahead and do uv run MCP ClickHouse and main.py. And just hit enter there. And I've already done so here. As you can see, my server is currently running on localhost 8000. And once this is done, we could go ahead and move over to Librechat. Inside our Librechat code, we're going to want to do some configuring before we actually get started here. So there's two files that you can see on the left side of the screen that you're going to want to copy and make duplicates of. The first being librechat.example.yaml. You'll want to copy and paste that, and we'll rename it to librechat.yaml. And this is where we'll do our configurations. And then also .env.example. We'll want to duplicate that and rename it to .env. This will be where our environment variables are stored. So coming over to librechat.yaml, first thing we'll do is we'll set up our MCP connection. So as you can see here, MCP servers, we'll add our configuration to the bottom of this. And you see a placeholder, we could go ahead and comment that out or remove it. And just underneath it, we'll put in our configuration. We call it MCP ClickHouse. This is just an identifier to what our server is. You can name this anything you want, but I leave it as MCP ClickHouse just so I know what exactly I'm using. And underneath that is the URL. As you saw before, our server is hosted on localhost 8000, and we'll do a /SSE for the transport type. But if you're using HTTP, I believe you could do /MCP. Now scrolling down, we're going to want to go ahead and add in our model. And this will be located under endpoints and under custom. As you can see, I've already added the Ollama configuration here. So you could pause the screen and add this all in if you'd like. but you can see we named it Ollama, and then we have an API key for Ollama. This is just a default value that's necessary for Librechat to use Ollama. And then we have our base URL, which we're at localhost 11.434 v1. And we also listed some of the models that we have. Currently, I have Llama 3.2 latest, which is the 3 billion parameter model. And then I also have Qwen 3 4 billion model. And then if you don't want to list out all your models, you could also use fetch as true. This will just go ahead and grab all the models that you have installed. And with this configuration, you should be good to start this up. So to actually start up Librechat, all we're going to run is docker compose up-d. And this may take a while to pull all the images. I've already done so this is rather fast. And you can expect it to be fast every time like this after your first run. So now we'll open up our web browser again. And we'll go to localhost 3080. As you can see here, we have Librechat. We have it in light mode. Let's go ahead and switch to dark mode. A little easier on the eyes. So now you can see email and password as login options, but we don't have an account. So we're going to want to go ahead and sign up. And you could enter in anything here. And keep in mind, for the first sign up, that account is going to be the admin account. So make it something that you can remember as your password, username, and so on. And once you have this, go ahead and continue. And this will route you back to the login page, and you can use those same credentials to log in. Simply enter in the email address that you used, and enter in the password that you used. And there you go, now we have Librechat spun up. Now something we may see off the bat is the model on the top left is not what we configured. So we could actually click on that, and Ollama is actually not here. So I'm going to debug this and I will provide the answer right after. Okay, so coming back to this, actually there were a couple things that I missed. So since we're running this in Docker, we're going to have to use host.docker.internal rather than localhost. So this will enable us to connect to our Ollama instance from our Docker. Now, something I did not mention earlier was this docker compose override file. We're going to actually want to use this. So we'll go ahead and copy this, paste it, and we'll rename this. Remove copy and example. Okay, now there's one thing that we're going to want to do here. We want to use this Librechat config file, which is what we had edited down here. So what we're going to want to do, we're going to uncomment services, and we're going to uncomment the rest of this. So now this should reflect our changes from our librechat.yaml, and we should be able to see Ollama and our MCP server. Okay. So I ran docker compose down, now we'll run up again. And once that started up, we'll go ahead and open up our browser again. We'll refresh the page. We'll accept the terms of service. And there we go. There's Ollama as well as the other example configs that were included in that librechat.yaml file. So we'll go ahead and test this out. So we'll just say, hi, how are you? And as you can see, we got a response back. So that shows that this is working. And actually something that's missing is our MCP server. We didn't make the host internal Docker change to that config. So we'll go ahead and do that again. Had a couple hiccups on the way, but hopefully you caught on to this a little sooner than I did. So we'll just replace localhost, host.docker.internal, save this, and we'll run docker compose down and up again. Okay, so coming back to this, I've actually made another mistake here, and hopefully you've actually caught on to this again before I have. So actually, this MCP servers here is not for our configuration. If we scroll down, which I should have done earlier, we'll see that there's MCP servers down here. We could uncomment this and add in our MCP ClickHouse here with our host.docker.internal. And then when we run this again, this will actually work. And I've actually gone ahead and ran this ahead of time before recording again, just to show. So as you can see here, now we get this little pop-up in the chat with MCP servers, and we could click on that and select MCP ClickHouse. And I started with the basic question, what databases are available? And it went ahead and ran the tool here. So you can see the results and all the databases associated with it. So this is all sample data that ClickHouse provides through MCP ClickHouse. So we could use that config from earlier and we could experiment and play around with these. Like I mentioned, I have LLaMA 3.2 and the 3 billion parameter model. This has tool calling enabled, as well as Qwen 3. Now I'm on a virtual machine right now, so I can't really run the most powerful models. I say most powerful, I'm meaning like 8 billion, 14 billion, and so on. But if you want to use some bigger models, you could also get a free Gemini API key. So you could enter that here and you can use, one of these models or 2.5 or so on. If you have an OpenAI key, you could enter that in here and use whichever model you want. Or if you want to get a little adventurous and use a lot of other different models, you can use OpenRouter. This is my personal favorite because you just use one API key and then you have access to all these different models through just one service. But now that you have this set up, you could go ahead and experiment, type in a couple prompts, and just explore what tools are available. And hopefully this helps out, and now you have a free MCP client, not having to rely on Claude Desktop or any other paid services. Now again, this is all depending on your hardware. Ollama, you could get some pretty decent results with some of the smaller models like the 8 billion, 14 billion, 32 billion parameter models. But some use cases for this, you may want to go bigger, like Claude 4 or OpenAI's models or Gemini or so on. But with that being said, hopefully this was helpful and enables you to explore the new upcoming MCP world.